Hello and welcome to another update video on Ethereum. So we take a look at the ETH chart here today. I'm on the 1 hour time frame and the structure hasn't really changed. I mean, I wanted to start here zoomed out a little bit, not on the daily chart. We did that quite frequently in recent weeks and honestly the daily chart hasn't changed at all. So you should be very well aware of it. If you're not, then check out some of the previous updates or just subscribe and I'm sure we're going to take a look at the daily chart soon again. But looking at the shorter time frame here, the idea is that it's entirely possible that an A wave formed the top on the 11th of June. I'm talking about the rally, a potential 5-wave move that started there on the 9th of April. So we have 5 waves up, potentially complete, and now we might have started the pullback. That being said, I'm not highly confident in this because the movements to the downside are just highly corrective. It would have to be a diagonal pattern that's unfolding here. These tend to change, but overall, Elliott wave gives us the key support area that must hold to keep the overall uptrend alive. I'm talking about the uptrend, again, that started here on the 7th of April, 8th of April. And the support area, you know it already, probably it is located between 1,619 and $2,177. Why is this support area important? Because really only we get clarity that sentiment shifts below this zone. So if we say we have a rally in what would be a 5-wave move up, then the subsequent pullback should be a B wave. But as you can see, we have not even broken below any of the previous swing lows which are really relevant. On the micro level, maybe, but you might recall from yesterday's video, I said, look, we've got these swing lows. They at least indicate that a local top has formed, which was a good signal, okay? But that I find this swing low much more relevant. Talking about the swing low from the 6th of June. And so, yeah, we haven't really broken below it. Rather, we tested it, found support, and now it gives us a bounce. Now, I have labeled how the decline into this support region could look like. Specifically, the area between 1,997 and $2,177. And it would likely unfold as a standard ABC structure to the downside, in which we're now in the C wave. So if we say, hey, look, we've got an A wave that topped there, then this is now a B wave pullback, which is made up of an A wave, done, B wave bounce in 3 waves, and we're now moving down in a C wave. Now we knew already that it would likely be turn into a diagonal pattern already yesterday, and that this is why Elliott wave can be so helpful. That we did not expect the downside impulse to unfold, but a diagonal. Why? Because wave 1 is an ABC structure. And that's still what I see here right now. Okay, so someone asked me if this could also be a 1-2-1-2 here, so that we have an initial 1-2 and another 1-2. In my view, not. I explained that also, I think, a couple of days ago, and this is currently just being proven, right? Because otherwise we'd be selling off now in a third of a third wave, which would look different. It would be much more aggressively bearish. Rather, what have we seen? We have seen another 3-wave move down here, which is probably the A wave of the third wave. We might now be working on the B wave of the third wave, and then it should ideally unfold like that. Now, I would not expect it to really play out exactly like that, but we have at least a resistance area to watch, which is between $2,443 and $2,523. So to really keep the downward pressure intact, which seems to be rather high right now, but it's still not fully confirmed to me that this A wave has topped. Yeah, we should stay below 2,523. And then a break below this internal swing low labeled as an internal B wave. Hold on. That would be a signal that the next leg down has started, for which I can give you a target once we have the B wave top in place. So it would be a break below $2,383 that would be needed to really give us some more downside momentum in wave C of 3. And I mean, I can give you already a first indication where things could land by measuring the length of wave 1. Then we go to the high of the wave 2. So you could say the next micro support levels are here. It's actually this area. But obviously, you know, the condition is that we are holding below resistance. But we can calculate that more precisely once a top has formed actually in this B wave. So wave C of 3 should ideally reach 2,273 to 2,192. I'm adding the 1.236 extension just because there's likely going to be some support. So yeah, that's the update on Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you're interested in additional updates, some bonus updates, and much more information on MCO, the crypto market, and so on, check out our X profile for additional updates. You can find the link in the description. I've also linked it in the comment section. I'll be there in the next few hours after this video to answer questions and so on. So feel free to ask any questions. You can just post below one of our recent posts, and yeah, I'll be there. Thanks so much. I wish you a great day. Bye-bye.